Flirting is the starting point of every successful relationship, but sometimes that flirting can leave you on red. You can be ignored, blocked, ghosted, or have a drink completely thrown in your face. So let's talk about the flirting mistakes that lots of guys make. Oh dear, this is a classic, and that is trying to make your crush jealous. So you aren't getting as much of her attention as you probably hoped for. So you think, you know what, I'm going to play it uber cool and make her jealous. And yeah, I see where we're going with this, and I know that you want her to think she's missing out on you, but no. You just come across very disinterested to your crush, and this will almost always backfire. This includes speaking to other girls and mentioning your attraction to other girls in front of her. Now, if you are trying to find out her feelings by you actually making her feel jealous, well, buddy, this is a form of manipulation and it's toxic. So kick that to the curb. Talking about your ex. Oh yes, it happens. I've read online that apparently it's in the unwritten bro code to mention your ex's bad traits to somehow make your crush feel better about themselves. And let me just tell you, coming from a girl, it does not work. Even if you don't mean it to come across in a weird way, it just comes across that you are still very much attached to your ex. Therefore, your crush will completely, most definitely ghost you. Acting too uninterested. Speaking of this unwritten bro code, it's also a great thing to act like you don't like her. Wrong. A girl is not a mind reader. We are pretty awesome and we can multitask, but that's one thing we can't do. She's probably waiting on your flirting cues to find out if you are interested in her. So if you hold back and play it too straight-faced, then obviously she's not going to think you're interested. Now you have to understand, it's a natural push and pull of the female and male energy dynamic for the guy to make the first move and to wait to see if the female follows. So put yourself out there and make her feel like you actually do like her and just flirt with her. Keep it simple. Speaking of simple, too much too soon. Let's say, for example, you and your crush are hitting it off big time. You're both flirting and everything feels like Christmas morning. Well, you can ruin it very, very quickly by rushing the next steps. If you can't judge where she is at in that dating stage, do not assume. Do not ever fill in the blanks. Because I have heard some horror stories on Reddit of guys telling their crush that they are ready to go to the next stage and then being shocked when a girl throws the drink into his face. So don't rush this flirting, take it super slow. 2020 has taught us anything, it's the art of slow living, as well as wearing sweatpants for more than 3 days in a row and not wearing deodorant because we don't need to, we're not going out anymore, but maybe that's just me. Flirting when it's not acceptable. There are times of the day when you cannot flirt. If you guys work together or go to school, be very careful with when you flirt with her. You've got to make sure that it's not in front of managers or people that could take it the wrong way. Otherwise, expect a harassment complaint to land on your desk. Plus, you don't want to get her distracted from her work now, do you? Being overly romantic. Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? Oh, buddy, don't do this. This includes those creepy jokes about having kids with her and getting married. It just comes across that you are so desperate to have a relationship that you feel it's okay to basically tell her that, look, I am marriage material, so let's just hit it off big time. And girls do not like this, I promise you. Too many compliments. Stop with the compliments, guys. Like I've said in previous videos, women want to receive compliments about something that they have achieved and they have worked for, even if it's just the colour handbag that they bought with their own wages. Complimenting a girl too often looks very, very weird. Look, I get it. It's appreciated. We're not saying we don't want to be valued. It's just, we're going to think that you are very shallow if you just talk about how we look. Women are emotional creatures, so give them something emotional, an emotional compliment. And remember, a woman really doesn't have control over her looks. So just because you think it's okay to tell her that you like the face she is born with, doesn't mean that other guys haven't done the same thing. So be original and give her a compliment she will actually want to hear, and one that she will remember for life. Being too, air quotes, romantic. This includes everything from touching her too often, touching her in very sensual places, asking her for hugs that last for more than 5 seconds. Gosh, I hate this. And using way too many winky face innuendo texts. You come across way too creepy, shallow, and very inappropriate. Plus, it's a big red flag that we look out for. If a guy constantly uses innuendos and refers to overly, air quote, romantic things, don't expect to hear from us ever again. So stop bringing the conversations back to that overly suggesting tone that implies that you know what I'm talking to right now. That could be in person or over text. Now, I have a perfect example from my personal life. We're going to talk about a guy called Darren. He ticked all of the boxes. We met up in person. He was lovely. He really was an A-class contender. And just as he suggested the second date, well, I blocked him. He suggested that we should go on our second date to a swimming pool so that he could see me in a bikini, winky emoji face, kissy emoji face. So to a guy, this seems harmless because, I'm a bombshell. But to a lady, it's way too soon, and it shows that he was clearly after one thing. But let's go back to the touching. Guys think it's okay that if a lady has been flirting back just a little bit, that they can raise the stakes and they can touch her a little bit more, which could be a hand on the lower back and then just leaving it there. It's creepy, it's awkward, so stop it. Just because she's flirting back with you doesn't mean you can raise the stakes up that quickly, buddy. Talking about her social media posts. This one you could think is harmless, but it's very creepy. Come on, we know that you look at our social media. We know that you zoom in on pictures. Yes, you are officially busted, but that's not the point. Just don't mention our social media to us in person. We don't want to know that you have been stalking us. You might think you're being flirty and saying, hey, look, I did a bit of research, but it's very creepy. So do not ever bring up the, oh yeah, I saw you posted that on Facebook a couple of days ago. Yikes. Adding her on social media too quickly. Let's say that the both of you are talking on a dating app and it's going pretty awesome. Don't ever think that it's okay to ask her for her social media account names before you actually have an official date. It's weird and it's creepy. And it also applies if you send us a friend request straight after a date. Why? Well, it gives you a stalky vibe, and it's a slightly manipulative tactic to get that woman to be reminded of you and to keep talking to you. So you've got to remember, flirting is all about the art of seduction, not manipulating someone to like you. Sometimes you won't realise the mistakes until you've actually made them, hence why they're called a mistake. So I really hope that you have learned everything in this video and you can apply it next time you are around your crush so that you don't come across as a stalker or a weirdo or a creep. Let me know what you thought of this video. As always, you are absolutely beautiful inside and out, and I will see you in the next video. So thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave your favourite emoji down below. And I will see you very soon. Bye bye.